Hello, thank you for the floor. My name is Liana Liu Ioannides, and I'm the youth delegate from Cyprus. I would like to begin by acknowledging and celebrating the fact that with the 10-year anniversary, we're also celebrating the fact that the Congress and the Council of Europe are turning respectively 30 and 75 years young. Having acknowledged that, I would like to mention a fact, and that is the fact that the Youth Delegates Program is one that includes youth that are very privileged in a regard that we are fluent in English, we have a lot of knowledge, a lot of education, we have lots of experience in youth activism. And most youth in our municipalities and our communities do not feel hurt, they feel hopeless, they feel resigned, and they do not feel that they have a space, and they do not even know how to get involved. As such, our role as youth delegates is not only that we are here to represent ourselves, but also that we think about how can we represent all youth when we ourselves are in such a privileged position in our own identities. And to discuss this is why our youth projects, as part of the Delegates Program, matter so much, because our projects are the ones that work in uplifting fellow youth and providing them with the capacity, skills, and confidence so that they feel that they also can participate in decision-making processes. Therefore, I would like to urge all decision makers in this room that they do not feel satisfied that we are here today and that youth are included in this room, because the reality is that the most important is not to include youth in this room or other fancy-looking rooms, but rather to think about all the rooms, all the walls, all the spaces where youth live, and to think about the youth that need the most support from municipalities, because unless we manage to include all youth in our decision-making processes, and unless all youth feel that they have a way, a knowledge, and the pathways to voice their opinions effectively, then we cannot truly talk about youth inclusion or hearing youth in reality. And that's why I would like to urge decision makers here to walk away when the session finishes and think about ways that we can systematically do capacity building of youth and work together with active youth, not only for the purpose of including active youth, but all youth. Thank you, and let's work all together to include youth, not only in this room, but all spaces and communities where youth and all people live, laugh, and live. Thank you. Hi, my name is Liana Liu Ioannides, and I'm the youth delegate from Cyprus and a peace activist. Youth from countries in conflict, we try to fight against the propaganda and the hate projecting narratives, our intergenerational wounds, and the systematic exclusion of women and youth from the peace-building processes. And if this is happening in countries such as Cyprus, where the conflict has been going on for more than 50 years, then it is naive to think that these issues will not be faced by also youth from countries in conflict, such as the war in Ukraine and the war in Gaza. And I think that it's very important that we think of war and peace not only in terms of individual conflicts, but also as a focus throughout Europe and throughout the world, and to support peace builders throughout the world in a focus that we really try to think that peace is not something we can build in individual countries. So, dear Secretary General, I would like to ask, what is the policy of the Council of Europe in regards to both support for Ukraine and the action plan for revitalizing democracy? What is your vision as Secretary General to not only empower young peace builders, but also give us a voice, and the way that we bravely, as Council of Europe, stand up against aggressors, to also stand up against the systems and the stakeholders in peace processes that systematically exclude youth, because by ourselves, without the support of institutions such as Council of Europe that fight for human rights, we cannot truly fight for our inclusion in peace processes, not only in our individual conflicts, but also for peace in Europe and the world. Thank you.